As a kid, I didn't just play games because they were fun. I played them because they made me feel everything. The endless excitement, the pure wonder of exploring a new realm, and the deepest depths of my fear. And Miyamoto said it best: when I create a game, I try to focus more on the emotions that the player experiences during gameplay. Hideo Kojima echoes it with games that interactive stories that we enjoy playing and controlling. And for me, that meant exploring worlds where every decision felt like it mattered. Freedom to dive in my way, to fail, and to pick myself back up, all for the love of the game. And then we were blessed with those little dopamine poppers that we all love so much, trophies and achievements. The shiny digital pings that push us out of our comfort zones to play harder, explore further, and to try things we never thought we would, all in the pursuit of earning those dings. Now on paper, that's awesome. I can confidently say I love trophies and achievements, and I always have done. And over the years, they have brought me so many fond gaming memories and friends close enough to call family. But there's a darker side to our beautiful hobby, a seductive little tool that helps us. It supports us, but also quietly messes with our brains, and sometimes makes us forget why we started playing in the first place. You know what? Let's rewind back to August, when Lies of P dropped on PlayStation Plus. And I was beyond hyped. A Souls-like based around the classic tale of Pinocchio and his dark and twisted world. It's a game I demoed briefly before and I knew I would enjoy it. So getting it for free? I mean, that's a massive W, right? I started that download immediately, already planning a week full of backbreaking Souls gameplay and emotional breakdowns of pure depression for when I inevitably get my ass handed to me. But before the download even finished, I peeked at the trophy guide. Now, this could have been out of pure boredom and maybe an old habit that I struggled to shake, but as soon as I saw the horde of missable trophies and a checklist practically mandating how I must play the game, it was gone. I literally deleted a game that I knew I would most probably love just because I peeked behind the curtain I really shouldn't have in the first place. And it made me think, was I excited to play the game? Or was I just terrified of playing it wrong? But when did playing the game the wrong way actually become a thing? Because it didn't always feel like that. If you rewind back to the early days of the Xbox 360, when achievements were born, it was the Wild West of digital bragging rights. There were no meticulously written guides, no step-by-step hand-holding, no missable checklist to study before you even bought a game. It was just us and the game, and the mystery of those secret little pop-ups. Hidden achievements were actually hidden. We couldn't reveal them with a button press, and we couldn't Google our way to an instant solution. We had to experiment, push boundaries, or try stupid ideas just to see if something would pop. That hunt, that trial and error process, that was half of the fun. It made that discovery feel well and truly earned. And hey, I'm curious, how do you deal with hidden trophies and achievements? Do you peek at a guide straight away as soon as you get the game, or do you just dive in blind and enjoy it first, kind of poke around and figure it out later? I'm very curious, so don't forget to leave a comment down below because I'm always wanting to see what you guys think. But one of the earliest hidden achievements I can remember was from the original and classic BioShock, which added a post-launch secret achievement with a whopping 100 gamer score on the line, and nobody knew what it was for. The answer, of course, was you had to beat the game on hard mode. But not just any hard playthrough, you had to do it without using the Vita chambers to earn the Brass Balls achievement, which was clearly designed for players craving a real challenge, as that means when you die, you can't resurrect, you've just got to reload a save. But not everyone enjoyed secret achievements, and to this day, plenty of us don't like those annoying hidden trophies, and that's where a guide can be very helpful. Maybe you only have an hour or two to play, or maybe you've been stuck on the same puzzle for days. That's where guides can be a lifeline, showing you the way without wasting time, helping you still enjoy a game and get the satisfaction of unlocking that trophy. And guides became more popular as gaming itself evolved. Speedrunning communities wanted efficiency, and busy adult gamers needed to optimize limited playtime. In these cases, a guide isn't just convenient, it can be the difference between enjoying a game and feeling frustrated, and it's the same when it comes to trophies. But if your first instinct is to follow the roadmap rather than experimenting by yourself, the entire process can quickly become rather mechanical. as the core of our passion as gamers is to simply play the games, right? To forge our own path and make the choices we truly and morally believe in, no matter the consequences. I mean, just think of an RPG as a prime example, something like Mass Effect 2. We all know how brutal that final iconic mission can be. As for No One Left Behind, you have to make sure your entire squad survives the endgame. The list is full of requirements, from upgrading vital parts of the Normandy to completing loyalty missions and making the right role selections during the mission itself. There's a lot on the line, so no one can blame you for wanting to have a little sneak at a guide to ensure your entire squad makes it out alive, but that comes at the cost of your personal consequences. Or take Demon's Souls. As with all Soulsborne games, experimenting with your build is part of the fun. Which weapons you use, what armor you wear, and how you allocate your attributes. But if you look up a meta build and discover that full magic plus abusing the Oprique Crescent falchion, if that build is an easy win, that personal variety in your playstyle can completely vanish from the game. Still, I do get it. Sometimes you just crave a little bit of structure. You just want to turn your brain off. You want to enjoy the game and not stress about the trophies. And that's where guides can be a lifesaver. They can even help you craft your own personal roadmap, letting you study the guide enough to enjoy the game first, then blissfully clean up the remaining trophies and achievements later on. Alan Wake Remastered is a perfect example of this. It's a thrilling adventure that feels like you're Stephen King trapped in his own twisted horror story, and boy does Remedy throw a ton of collectibles at you, from manuscript pages that narrate Wake's evolving story to coffee thermoses that are totally pointless. If you follow a guide on your first run, you'll ruin the natural experience of the tale, but study the guide lightly and you can do a blind run first, then hunt the collectibles later on Nightmare mode, if you can handle it of course, which is satisfying both the game and the trophy hunt at the same time. And some guides can be brilliant at helping avoiding that dreaded scourge we all hate, which is missable trophies. Now, sometimes they can. Well, let me explain. Missable trophies can be annoyingly stupid. Take Psychonauts. Early in the game, you need to check the parking lot after a mission with Sasha for the Made Man achievement. What is it? Talking to a character with a jockstrap on his bloody head. There's no hint in the game that expects you to do this, it's just if you skip it, the trophy is gone. Gwent is another major standout here, as many of you have surely felt the sting of missing a card or two and have to replay the entire game just to complete your Gwent collection. It's a brilliant game, many of us would play it again, but just for the sake of one card that we missed, it's a bit ridiculous. And furthermore, in Batman Arkham Asylum, failing to smash all of Joker's henchmen during his endgame party will cost you party pooper, and this is why guides can help flag these moments before you end up wasting an entire playthrough for one missable trophy. But it's not all roses and sunshine, because reading a missable trophy can often spoil a very delicate plot point, and worse, it might even nudge your decision-making process in games that allow it. And I think that is losing your freedom to the point of where is it really worth it? Take Cyberpunk 2077. For example, you might avoid saving someone on a particular mission, but if you check the trophy guide first, you already know the plot consequences of that potential choice, thus you'll most likely think with your trophies and not with your heart, therefore influencing your playthrough in not the best of ways. Or Lies of P. Many trophies are tied to choices you wouldn't otherwise think about, including hunting all the ciphers for a collectible style trophy, which can require hurting someone you'd never probably intend to harm, and the guide spoils that discovery entirely. And we can't forget that some guides out there, it's rare, but some guides don't actually have accurate information, and you can miss trophies or collectibles just by reading the wrong one, which is not good for your time at all. But speaking of time, that's where guides can sometimes be extremely helpful. Difficulty and time ratings, while subjective, give a glimpse into how much effort a game demands from you. That's one of the most useful features of a guide, though keep in mind estimates vary wildly based on playstyle. Personally, I trust PlayStationTrophies.org for its polling system, as their numbers feel way more accurate than PSMP. Still, even with all of that, guides can be very useful. They tell you what you might miss, they can save you time, and they can help you navigate a huge game. but sometimes looking at them too early can rob you of the joy of discovering a new favourite game. And that's exactly the lesson I learned with Lies of P. I mentioned earlier on in the video how a mere glance at its trophy guide revealed the sheer mess of the multiple endings and missable trophies that scared me so much I deleted the damn game. I just wanted a cool game to play at the time, something to challenge me, something to immerse myself in, and just knowing how convoluted the platinum was tipped me over the edge. My head wasn't in the right place for such a challenge, and it just made it look like a mess. And when you're in that state, the last thing you want to do is think about multiple playthroughs and a ton of missable trophies. But I remembered what gaming and even trophy hunting is about at that moment, which was having fun, challenging oneself and embracing all of the emotions along the way. It doesn't matter if I play the game once or if I follow up for the platinum trophy. What matters is that I embraced the love of gaming. That trophy guide didn't define the world of Lies of P, it just tried to map it out. So I took a deep breath, I ignored the trophies and dove in blind, and oh man, what a ride it's been so far, hacking and slashing my way through this dark Pinocchio themed world full of deadly puppets, vicious monsters and everything else in between. It's reminding me of why I loved Bloodborne, and quite honestly, I'm enjoying it more than that classic at this point. From the captivating classic tale that's been twisted to fit this otherworldly realm, to the dynamic but familiar combat we all know and loved, just ramped up a few notches. And the worst part is, I genuinely almost missed out on this brilliant game that I've been so addicted to, and it's a game I know I'm going to invest the time in to earn the platinum. But knowing how close I came to miss this experience has made me look at guides in a whole other light. They aren't the villain, but they're not the hero either. They kind of exist in a dirty grey realm between the two. They're helpful at directing us, and sometimes they provide a lifeline that we need in a tricky situation, and in the rarest of circumstances, they're downright essential. But we have to be mindful of the fact we sometimes let them steer the wheel of our gaming journey rather than controlling it ourselves. I mean, after all, do you really want to be a passenger in your own story? Don't get me wrong though, as humans we can easily fall for the efficiency trap, even if we don't need it. I mean, who wouldn't want to get more done in less hours? It's pretty much the dream. It's only logical, but just remember quality is indeed superior to quantity, and there's nothing wrong with slowly walking into those games with a blindfold on, because the trophies shouldn't be the reason we play. They should be the reward for having played and conquered our challenges. Overall, I feel more confident as a trophy hunter going forward. Guides can be a helpful tool if used responsibly, but they should never dictate how or what we play. Relying on guides risks robbing us of the joy of gaming and the thrill of hunting what we love. For me, the best games are still the ones I dive into blind, the ones that surprise me, that challenge me and make me feel on the edge of my seat. And trophies are the cherry on top, not the roadmap of the experience. But hey, that's just my take. You might absolutely love guides and believe they enhance your experience, which I want to hear about down below or anything in between. We're all different and we all like learning each other's opinions. That's what discussion is all about. And if you want to see more trophy hunting content as well as the All Vaults Unlocked podcast, don't forget to check out the channel and subscribe. And if you really enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It helps a lot in this current realm of YouTube where everything's getting pushed down and buried. So we all really appreciate it. I've been Vault Boy Steve, and I'll see you all next time. Sayonara!